Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get the city council meeting for Tuesday, January 28th, 2025 at 6:31 PM. All right, so that's right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Another second. Roll call.
Councilmember Castaneda.
Here.
Councilmember Soto.
Here.
Councilmember Alvarado.
Here.
Councilmember Zavala.
She's excused.
Okay, and then Councilmember De La Fuente.
Here.
Can I get a motion to excuse Vera for this evening?
I make a motion for the excuse of Vera.
I have a motion by Diana, second by Arturo, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. We're going to go ahead and go on to 3, vote on the meeting agenda. Or can you get
I
one?
make a motion to vote on the meeting agenda.
I have a motion by Diana,
Second.
second by Sophie, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Or if I can get the motion, the consent agenda A through D.
I make a motion on the consent agenda A through D.
I have a motion by Diana.
I'll second it.
I have a motion by Diane, second by Sophie, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. We're gonna go ahead and go on to 5, visitors' comments. If anyone has any comments? State your name and address at the podium, please.
We wouldn't know the audience. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's 5 specific clauses in the First Amendment. And one of them is freedom of speech. The First Amendment broadly protects the rights of free speech and free press. The free speech means the free and public expression of opinions without censorship, interference, or restraint by the government, which is you guys. The term freedom of speech embedded in the First Amendment encompasses the decision what you say as well as what not to say. The speech covered by the First Amendment covers many ways of expression and therefore protects what people say as well as how they express themselves. The Supreme Court stated that the freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom of religion are all for position. The court added that the community may not suppress or the state tax the dissemination of views because they are unpopular, annoying, or distasteful. That would be a complete repudiation of the philosophy of the Bills of Rights. The Supreme Court stated that the First Amendment protects the rights to receive information and ideas regardless of their social worth and to be generally free from governmental intrusion into one's privacy and control of one's own thoughts. The Supreme Court of the United States characterized the rights of free speech and free press as fundamental personal rights and liabilities and noted that the exercise of these rights lies at the foundation of free government and free man. Restraint or fear of subsequent punishment. A case involving the Constitution is still around the speech of elected officials. The Supreme Court declared that the First Amendment central commitment is, in the words of, debate on public issues should be uninhibited, robust, and wide open. The court further explained that such as the erroneous statement must be protected to give freedom of expression and breathing space it needs to survive. So statements criticizing public policy and the implementation of it must be similarly protected. But above all, the First Amendment means that government has no power to restrict expression because of its message, its ideas, its subject matter, or its content. To permit the continued building of our politics and culture, and to assure self-fulfillment of each individual. Our people are guaranteed the right to express any thought free from government censorship. The essence of this forbidden censorship is content control. Any restrictions on expressive activity because of its content would completely undercut the profound national commitment to the principle that debate on public issues should be exhibited, robust, and wide open. So I would strongly suggest that the council members take into consideration this. According to that ordinance that was read 2 weeks ago, that would be infringing on our freedom of speech. And so I would seriously suggest you guys vote on that and restrict and get that ordinance off the books. Because that was 40 years ago. 40 years ago, computers weren't even invented really. They were barely coming up. Nowadays, you got social media. You got people can look at anything they want whenever they want. You know, so I would really take in consideration that this is the right of the people, not the right of just an ordinance. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you. My notes. Thank you, Chief.
Hello, my name is Theodora, and I'm with the organization A Adelante, and we're just here to announce an event that's coming up. So basically, the ACLU and A Adelante are going to host a Know Your Rights training to educate and empower community members in regards to the immigration, the ICE, some people call them raids, but we just want to make sure the community knows their rights in case they are confronted. With Matlin having a huge population of Latinos, Hispanic, Mexicanos, and especially having a lot of students, it would be nice if some of you city council members would be willing to come to the training. So basically, there are 2 events on February 8th at the Sunnyside Community Center in Sunnyside. From 10 to 12, we're doing the Train the Trainer session. The session is targeted at community leaders, educators, and activists who wish to learn how to teach others about their rights. And that will be held in the morning from 10 to 12, and lunch will be provided. And then in the afternoon from 1 to 3, we're going to hold a Spanish session, Know Your Rights for community members, where we're actually inviting community family members, so forth, that want to know how to help their Spanish-speaking community members or undocumented family members. Again, they'll both be held on February 8th, starting at 10 for the training, and then at 1 in Spanish for Know Your Rights. ACLU will also be there to also answer any questions they may have. And of course, if you have any questions, just contact AF, the organization. And I brought 2 flyers, one in English, one in Spanish, in case you guys want to share it with the community members. I don't know if you want to make copies, give them to your school so that the teachers, the school administration are aware of this training as well, in case they want to educate their students on what they need to do if immigration shows up at their school. I don't know. Okay. So I'll give them to,
Yeah, I can take them right now.
okay.
I'll post them on Facebook, but I don't know.
Did you pass these out at that meeting yesterday?
I wasn't at the press conference, but Maria and she said that she actually made a story about it and included that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's right there. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. To 6, old business.
Oh, 7.
8,
No, 7, that's a clerical.
7.
6, 7.
There is no 7.
No,
The typo.
it's,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry. So,
Change new business to 7.
so we have 8, 8, and then 7.
So it's
Just
yeah.
letters.
I don't know.
Just.
I took it apart, I'm sorry, okay. So, we're gonna go ahead and do, 7, approving the resolution for 2024-02. Authorizing the mayor to sign an interlocal agreement with the city of Sunnyside for.
Page 2, Mayor. A,
Oh, I switched, sorry.
yes.
Adopting ordinance 2025-1193, reaffirming the city's official newspaper, which would be Sunnyside Sun. So if we can get a motion on approving them.
I make a motion to approve ordinance 2025-1193, reaffirming the city's official newspaper, the Sunnyside Sun.
I have a motion by Sophie,
I'll second it.
second by Marion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now we're going to go to approving the resolution 2024-2, resolution authorizing the mayor to sign the interlock agreement with the city of Sunnyside for housing of unmeets. And we did talk about the number, and it did go up, almost $10, maybe $6. Yeah, so it went from 65.10 to 71.
72.
72. So if we can, get a motion.
Oh, 71.
Something.
I make a motion to approve resolution 2024-02, resolution authorizing the mayor to sign an interlocal agreement with city of Sunnyside for the housing of inmates.
I second the motion.
Have a motion by Sophie, second by Diana. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Okay, any reports from council members?
I just have a question. How many security cameras do we have in town that work?
And I know that's come up before, and I know Mary had brought that up, when you guys went to a meeting, where'd you guys go for that? To Vancouver and brought the information back for those cameras. We looked into it, yes, they're gonna need to be updated. So I'm not sure how many there is, to be honest with you. I know that we have some in the parks, I know there's a few in the cemetery, if I'm correct.
Do they work?
Well, they need to be updated and, get put back online. They haven't been for a while, so I don't know, so did those cameras work, when was the last mayor?
Yes, with the ones
And
the ones that Mary, the council member, had a discussion with. But then also we got 6 this year from the county.
The block cameras.
Oh, those are the block ones, yeah.
Mhm.
Like other block ones in town, but most of the stuff going on is here in town itself.
Now, I have a comment. Can I comment on this question? So Mary brought this up since June of last year, April, June?
May.
May. Why hasn't nothing been done?
Joe looked into the cameras. He
You
did
just keep saying
follow
needs to be updated, needs to be updated, so why are we updating?
Well, the chief back then,
He was in
he was
charge.
in charge of that,
Mhm.
and he said he couldn't get a hold of them. So I resent it, the email, and I'm not sure what happened.
And so maybe that would be something that the new chief can look into, the cameras, and maybe we can look into emails and see how they
I'll have more answers for you next
Do you still have
council.
that information?
I haven't
You
had,
want to send it to,
well, I think I have paperwork.
Okay.
I don't have.
okay, well, if you want to take a picture of it and then you can, or bring it to, you
Yeah,
can look at you.
Thank you.
How about the ones at City Hall, do they work?
Cameras, they're offline,
What cameras are offline?
inside cameras are offline.
Well, the last council meeting we had, I was looking at one of the statements, and it looks like the police department, this building, and the city hall and, the new city hall, they all have cameras,
Well, we have
from what I
cameras,
understand.
we have cameras, but we don't have them up
And
there.
they're all working.
Well, we're offline then.
We're being charged for them, so Mary did call Mansfield and ask them, they said, they are online, they are recording, and we're being charged for them.
So then we can call, because I haven't got a call from Mansfield at all, so.
We don't have to get a call from them, we just know that they're building us for them, and it's working. They said it's
You have
working.
the bill.
The bill, they
Bills
have
are all
now.
here.
The bill from the last council meeting we had, the bills that they paid, it's in that pile.
And then if they are, they can go off when we have outages, they go out too. So if we had them online and we had an outage, then they automatically go off. And they have to remove them for us. So that they're not called out to reboot then.
Well, they were just called out in December. That's when that statement was. It was for December.
So if we're paying for a service and you keep saying it's not working, they're working, and if we need the security at the city hall for the safety of everything that's been going on, we should just be a priority, should make sure they work.
And then we have a statement in here that the sewer place has cameras over there too.
Okay, I'm not sure on camera. I don't even know if we have internet out there, do we, Sylvia? So that the cameras work without internet?
Well, we'll have to double check with Peters because, part of the
Oh.
Department of Ecology.
Yeah. So it might,
Yeah.
it might be, we can reach out to Peters and ask. Any other questions, Diane?
No.
Sophie?
Yes, I do. So I wanted to if we can get a copy of that ordinance that the chief read at the last meeting about the,
It's on the wire, so you can get a picture.
can we get a copy, it's where?
It's on the wall.
Oh, you can make a copy for us, because we didn't get one. He brought it up, but it wasn't in our packet. The
I think that was part of his report, correct, Mayor?
Okay.
What was the number of that ordinance?
What's the number of the ordinance?
MMC
Oh, it's in.
9.12.130, subsection 1 and subsection 2.
Thank you.
Oh, I have another one. So when are we gonna have Grand Austin start on our water problem? The tank mixers? We can start working on that?
Well, they'll come at the next
They
meeting,
will
so,
be
but
there.
yes,
Okay.
both, Jameson will be available, and then Gino will be available, yes. Jamin,
James, yeah.
Yes.
So will he,
he'll,
have something for us already, or just Gertie gonna
no,
come again?
right, he's
So
just,
can we
well,
tell him now, so he has something by the next meeting?
okay, we'll make
Something
sure,
for us?
reach out to
So
him,
we
and
can
let him,
start right away, like as soon as it warms up outside, we can get
Mhm.
started on it?
sure.
That's it, thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead, go ahead.
The credit cards. So you guys have a max of $5,000. Who's gonna be monitoring the spending on that? And are we gonna make sure everybody has receipts for the stuff that they spend on?
We have to
And
turn the
if-
receipts for
And what
everything.
if they lose receipts, like they've happened before, there's no receipts accountable?
So I know that when we've lost receipts, we try to go back to the store to get the receipts. So we've been pretty, fortunate to get those receipts.
And what if it's supposedly they can't get the receipts because they say they can or they just don't want to, so are they gonna be held accountable for the spending of when they lose the receipts?
Well, when they come in and they bring the stuff, they do an audit. So if we go out and
Who
do
does
the
the
audit,
audit?
whoever's at the front. So sometimes Grace can do it, Sylvia, if Joe, Monty, it just depends on who's available in the front. So when we bring the stuff in, they put it right there and they hand the
The
receipt
stuff
over.
that they purchased?
And they give a receipt to the person and they look at it.
Okay, so what if they've lost receipts and they can't get them? Are they gonna be held responsible for spending that they can't prove that they was for the city?
We'll make sure that they can go back to the store and get a receipt.
And if they don't get it, are they gonna be held responsible?
Well, they're bringing the stuff. It's not like they're keeping the stuff that they're purchasing, they're bringing it in,
They don't have a receipt of what it cost.
but it'll come back out on the statement.
They haven't itemized of what was spent, what they purchased. So we have a total amount. Do you know what that item cost when they bring it for you guys to, audit?
Well, if you, look at your resolution number, 2019-07, page 36, section 7, it would explain how to handle if they didn't bring the receipt.
Okay.
Page, what page, I'm sorry?
Page 36,
36?
The last page.
Section 7.
I believe that they're gonna have to pay for it.
So the employee will have to pay, okay,
Does that answer your question?
yes, thank you. So they will be held responsible to pay if they don't bring receipts.
Correct.
Thank you.
So my concern is, receipts. I wanna make sure everybody that works for the city signs off on those receipts, what vehicles they're using on those receipts. Like if you're putting gas, police cars, Impala or whatever car. The trucks, I think they have numbers, right? Or how are you guys keeping track of what truck is getting fuel?
They are numbered.
And they fuel up only once a week.
And the mileage.
Yes, and I would like mileage on there too.
They do.
That would help us, yes.
They
That would
do.
help us.
That would help you guys too, audit, monitor, make sure they're not.
And that's for anything, like you go Ace, I wanna make sure you guys sign off on those
Yeah,
receipts.
yeah, pay her bill.
Huh?
Did I make her pay her bill, but she had a bill, but she didn't pay.
Who did?
Or
Oh, I don't
she
know.
had her pay it.
We're talking about something they
Yeah.
passed?
Yeah, but it's a bill that was to the city.
Well,
that
ask,
she had to
ask her or
pay.
ask the office people, how do we know?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, that's why it needs to be audited better.
That's it for me.
Do you have anything? I don't think I have anything other than I do, I think one concern I think is, okay, so with that, we're gonna go ahead and, go into executive session. That'll, when we come back out, we'll adjourn the meeting. So we're gonna go ahead and, ask everyone to please.
No,
sit down.
you have to say that the
And
RC,
we're gonna do RCW 42.30.110, current or potential litigations, and it's RCW 42.30.110, performance of public employee.
and how long, Mayor?
20 minutes. About 20 minutes, so, okay, and so we'll say 7:15 by the time we get everybody out. So if we can ask everyone to please enter the chambers, we're gonna go into executive session. Look, you're